I sat on a group with a group of peers in Bowmanville that are in manufacturing, and we sat around the table and we talked about the theme, or the subject came up about research and development and who's actually applying for claims for SR&ED. And I kind of sat at the table not quite knowing too much what they were talking about, which actually spurred on the fact that our accountant was really the one that triggered this and said, you should pursue it. And I think at that time we found a firm, this is going back probably 2004, that we teamed up with, and we did some work with them. And it wasn't until after we had some disappointment with that firm that we realized that we need to change and partner with somebody strategically that is more aligned with what our needs were. And we really didn't realize the full disappointment of that relationship initially until we really understood what R&D ONE had to offer Canada Rubber. One of the things I noticed that was really significant for us was the technical team that gathered the data had keen ears that really listened to us as we discussed the things that we did throughout the year. They would stop and interrupt, not interrupt in a good, they interrupt in a good way, but they would stop us and drill down further into the process improvement, the innovation that was taking place, the continuous improvement, really trying to flush out all the possibilities of a good claim. And I really wasn't experienced to that kind of, you know, it was in depth, is what I'm trying to say. So I really saw the value there. The benefits have been great in the sense that right from the process of sitting down and discovering the projects, I think number one is the claims. The claims, we have not had an issue over the past 3 years, I believe. And not only that, the promptness and the diligence that R&D ONE does from the minute they submit it to the government. They follow it through. I don't have to phone up CRA. I don't have to make any phone calls. They have relationships, I understand, with CRA, that they have good connections to follow the process once the application is submitted. As a manufacturer, I think that one of the things that, once again, we don't have the expertise of having an engineer or a lab and all the scientific people in our group. And that's a luxury we just can't afford. And having R&D ONE as being one of those resources that have the scientific team, the technical team that gather that data, really, I believe, actually eliminates all those overhead costs that are related to having those individuals that we'd have to hire full-time. So there's a huge benefit there. Ignorance and heightening the awareness of what we can claim for was another total advantage. I have to honestly say their professionalism and their personal way of doing business with us, as I said earlier, is about a relationship, about a commitment of being a partner. And those are pretty big words for us to take and be serious about as we engage with any firm or any type of partner. And R&D ONE has been the company for us.